Oh yeah! Initial episode uno, number 1, baby. They call us a spin cycle. I'm DJ Dutty Laundry. Still playing the music on me while I'm trying to talk.
That's right. I got to fade it out, man. Got to fade it out.
That's the producer extraordinaire, DJ Reece Varnell. What's up, buddy?
What is happening?
Man, I'm telling you right now, we're going to have a whole bunch of dope, seriously unique, creative episodes coming up. Again, I'm the host, DJ Dutty Laundry. It's the spin cycle, producer extraordinaire, DJ Reece, a.k.a. White Hand. You'll understand as the episodes go on. White Hand, say something.
It's kind of like a quiet thing. You just sneak it in.
Sneak in the White Hand.
They'll know later.
We got a bunch of great interviews and stuff lined up. Every Wednesday, we're going to be dropping one of these nuggets on y'all. 30 minutes long. It's not that long. And we're going to chop it up, make sure we put some on TikTok, on the Facebook, on the Instagram, on the YouTube. I said the YouTube. The YouTube.
The YouTube.
That's what I'm talking about. I know. I got Jesse Loga.
Yep.
We got Rebecca of Lovebirds. We got Bobby Prince.
Yep.
I'm going to have a bunch of nice. When I say nice, I'm excited about these interviews, man.
Man, I can't wait.
You know that one Jessie Logan, she's trying to duck us, man.
She ducking us.
Yeah.
She's in there shaking her head
she's
right
in
now.
the office with us, man. That's the bad part. She's been ducking us, man. I'm talking about, you going to say something?
I said she was ducking us.
Well, that's true. You did agree with me. All right, cool.
I even pointed. She's right over there. Look there.
Yo, there's the White Hand again.
There's the White Hand. Okay. I'm
going to go ahead and say this. So I know people ask me all the time, like, hey, how did you get that name, Dutty Laundry? So just to point this out, I'm going to go ahead and answer that question since this initial episode. 1, I am from Trinidad and Tobago. The laundry, the guy who taught me how to DJ was named Chinese Laundry. I kept the laundry as a sign of respect. But when I moved here, I couldn't be Chinese Laundry because I'm not Chinese, and there's already a Chinese Laundry. So instead of saying dirty because we're in the South, and with the accent, the way I say stuff, it came across Dutty Laundry. Dutty Laundry ran with it, stuck with it. I've done everything from mixtapes. I've done radio, clubs, touring, you name it. I've been doing this since I was like 15 years old, man. Now I feel really old in the game, but with the wedding game, they was like, oh, you need to change that. You can't brand Dutty Laundry for weddings. Weddings are pretty. They're nice. They're supposed to be classy and elegant. Dutty Laundry doesn't sound like that.
When I first saw you, I was like, what? Who's this guy?
Yeah, you didn't even like me in the beginning. Go ahead and tell the truth, man.
Dutty Laundry. Man, who's this cat?
That would never work. It would never work.
Man, he ain't going to last long.
Exactly. But guess what? I branded it, and it's here.
We here.
It's here.
It's here.
I did it.
You did?
Yeah. What about you?
Man, I didn't come up through the DJ ranks like that. I was more of a performing musician. Played guitar, played in band, played out for a long time as a side hustle. Got into DJing with another buddy of mine who has a little DJ company. And one day just decided this is kind of fun. Let's try this out. And then I started realizing, hey, you could do this for a living if you just work on it.
Yeah.
And just worked on it and learned all the things I needed to learn, still learning. And here we are today.
So how long you been in this wedding game?
About 11 years.
11? Golly. This is my 5th year, you know that? 5th year.
Rocking.
Jeez. 11 years is a long time, man.
You've come up fast. You did fast. It took me a while because weddings have changed over the years.
But you know why, though?
Elevating, man. We're leveling up.
Yeah, social media, man.
Social media.
Didn't have that when you started, did
Instagram,
it?
Pinterest, all this stuff.
What, you have a MySpace page?
I did have a MySpace page, actually. Hey, we had to build our following with email list.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to put this out there right now. I honestly like MySpace way better than Facebook.
Yeah, because you just put your stuff out there and that's it.
Yeah. You could have customized your page. You could have had songs playing when you went to your page. You had your top 8 friends up there. You know MySpace was cool, man. Come on.
It was dope, man.
Man, Tom really messed us up when he sold MySpace. Man,
Tom, if you're out there listening, bro, man, I don't know.
Yeah, Tom is sitting in his Bentley right now.
Bring it back, man. Bring it back. Bring back MySpace.
Let's listen to Dutty and Reese's video cast right now talking about MySpace. But check this out, man. I was thinking about this, right? And I'm wondering, just by looking at a lot of the pictures and videos we see, and how much lighting as a DJ in the wedding game do you think is too much lighting? Like, let's be real about this. I know in the clubs and stuff, you want all the elaborate lights shining down, and you want the moving heads, and you want the haze, and you want this and that. But as a wedding DJ, and with weddings, how much lighting is too much?
I'll tell you how you know. If if you go back and you look at their wedding album, and everybody's got dots and lasers and red stuff on their face, it's too much.
All right, so dots and spots.
Dots and spots. We used to call them spinning pukes.
Yeah, or what about their faces like this?
Yeah, if their guests are like this, or if you look out there and they're sitting at a table and they're squinting, or they're like, golly day, man, this is just too much. Or if they get up and move, probably too much.
Now, I got no problem with the lighting. It's just, I've been seeing a lot of videos and pictures, and people have like 6 moving heads, 2 on trussing, 2 on the ground, 2 on their boots. It's like, golly, what are you trying to make me see circles in there?
And don't get me started on gig bars.
What? So listen, imagine you got all them lights in there, and then you still got up lights to go with it. I mean, that's what I'm saying. At what point is too much too much? There's no reason you should ever use. Me personally, and I'm just gonna put this out there. I think if you're a wedding DJ or you're doing some corporate event, something that's got to be a little bit classy, more formal, I think maybe 2 moving heads at best is the max you should use. What do you think?
And if you're not controlling them with something and you're just letting them run wild,
sound mode.
I wouldn't even use that. Don't even use it.
Sound mode.
Sound mode is for kids' parties.
I'm gonna tell you right now, when I started doing this wedding stuff, your setups and your looks was what I idolized. I was like, yeah, I got to get my stuff like this, man, because you had the clean looks. I mean, the clean. It wasn't nothing in your face. It wasn't real harsh. It wasn't Coscale. It was just like, oh my God, these things are perfect. Like, I mean, seriously, you mastered the light game in the city.
It's all about presentation. You know, you want to get the most ambience with the least amount of effects. And you can blow people away. And honestly, people come to dance and have fun. It's not a concert.
So what's your go-to lighting?
My go-to lighting is, and I'm just going to throw this out there. This is not a paid promotion, but I love my Ape Labs. And I also use a company called Astera.
Yeah. Them Astera sticks are nice.
These are all premium products. And
just for the record, how much a pack of what 8 Asteras cost? Just wondering. Just throwing this out there. Just tell the people.
About $6,000.
$6,000.
Then you got to buy the little box, or you can't control them. So
I'm going to write this down. You said $6,000 for Asteras. Mm-hmm. And then you got to buy the cases for them, or the stands or whatever?
Yeah, the stands, add another $1,000 on there.
All right, so another $1,000. Mm-hmm. And I'm just throwing this out there, right? And then...
Don't forget uplights.
Yeah, uplights. How much your uplights are?
24 uplights. Ape Labs is going to run you about $12,000 now. They were 10 when I bought mine, but I think they've went up like 2,000. So
let me get this right. If just off of what you're saying right now, you're sitting right under 20,000 on just lighting.
Yes.
Right under 20,000 with no moving heads.
Nope.
No elaborate like boom in your face, go blind tonight.
Nope.
Lights. Just classy. 20 grand.
Right.
Now I'm just talking for DJs right now. That's a lot of money.
It is.
So what about the average guy trying to do this, and he's like listening to us right now, he's like, oh my God, they're dissing us. We're not really dissing you. We just...
No. It's just a goal. Maybe it's a mindset, a goal that you might want to reach for one day. I didn't start out with that.
Hey, say it again.
I did not start out with that.
All right. So what did you start off with? Do you remember?
I started out with 24 little par cans I ordered from China. They cost me like $75 a piece.
All right. So 24 times 75. I'm going to multiply that. I'm going to nifty calculator right here. Mm-hmm. All right. So you said 24 times 75.
Yep.
All right. That's 1,800.
Yep.
On some uplights.
And that was that got me by. All
right. Till you got going. All right. What about your regular lights?
My regular lights, I don't even remember what I used back then, but I have had a lot of stuff. I've had a lot of moving heads. I've had a lot of different effect lights. I just found out that you don't need all that stuff.
So basically, I'm understanding right now is you can't remember the lights you started off with.
I think I had some bar lights. They had like four LEDs on it, but they were so bright. It goes back to that thing again. They were so bright. We used them on stage in our band. It was 4 lights on a bar. I had 2 bars, so that's 8.
Was it a tries?
It was a tries. They were so
I got a pair of those.
Bright. It was just blasting everybody in the face. And I was like, man, I can't even use these, man. People are like looking the other way. So got rid of those. Actually, they were really good for stage lighting. So here's the thing is, you got to do, what is your application? Stage lighting. I like that. Perfect light for stage lighting because you can light up a whole stage, light up a whole band. You can light up the whole background. Wedding, you're just going to blast grandma in the face, and she ain't going to like it.
So for weddings, basically, the lighting application is way different than you do for clubs.
Yes.
Lighting a band, birthday party,
Yes.
quinceanera, bar mitzvah.
Yes.
What about school dance? Different to that too?
School dances, you can take as many lights as you want.
So super cheesy is the go.
Super cheesy, but I still would have some control. Have some way of like changing it. You know, the best light shows are the ones that go with the music.
Yeah.
So if you ever go to a concert and you wonder why everything's so timed.
Oh my gosh.
Everything's so timed. The lights come on when the beat drops. A lot of this stuff is there's a little click in the drummer's ear that's telling him to click. And everything's on a clock. The lighting's on a clock. There's not a guy back there pushing buttons. Maybe a couple of buttons. Most of this stuff is already timed out. They pre-time it ahead of time. So that way, and the biggest impact of the show, the lights go along with it. And people that have these lights that move and all this stuff, they just turn them on and just let them go. And it really doesn't enhance the song. It's just going around in circles.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you're, if you are doing lighting, have something that, you know, goes with the music or is on the exterior of the room, not in somebody's face.
So just to make sure I point this out again, as a wedding DJ, right? I'm just asking this. You're really, as far as the moving heads go, no knock on cheap moving heads or Chinese or Amazon moving heads or nothing like that. But we already established that 2 moving heads might be enough. What if somebody just say, you know what, we're just going to go the extra mile and put 4 or 6 moving heads. They got 2 on the ground, 2 behind them, 2 on trusses, 2 on the outsides on top of speakers. How do you really feel about it? You're like, oh my God, stop, don't do it, please, please.
If you have a lighting tech that can control those lights, is one thing. If you're just flipping them on and letting them go wild, don't do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, I understand what you're saying. Because me personally, I'm with my lighting gear, and I know I've changed lights so many times in the 5 years I've been doing this, that when you get to the point where you get the lights you really, really like, you stick with it. But again, you don't start there. You have to start somewhere, which we all did. I started with the gig bar, and I know about that. And you get to the point where I'm using Ape Labs as well, and you have the app that controls everything with a little receiver box. I just like the laid back, clean look. That's like my whole goal after watching your pics and your videos was to be that guy that when I set up my booth, I want the photographer and I want the coordinator when they're taking their pictures or they're shooting their videos to not just skip by me.
Say that like you've seen that before. You ever seen a video when they're recording the room?
I'm just saying.
And they just skip over the DJ real quick?
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I mean.
You trying to say his stuff's ugly?
That happens a lot. Like you see the coordinator walking around like, oh my gosh, look at the centerpieces. And here we are with the cake. And there's the bouquets. And look at the florals. And then this is where the DJ sets up.
Yep. Skip over that. Yeah, skip over the DJ.
Yeah. I want when they get to my part, they're like, oh my gosh, and we actually got Dutty here tonight. So you know what time it is. And Dutty we know he's going to bring the party, but he also looks the part.
It looks the part.
Yeah, so they want you in the pictures.
Aesthetics are is more than just centerpieces.
Dude, would you believe that when I first started, people used to be like, why you got your name branded on your tablecloth? Like, for real, like, why you got that? People don't want that. To be honest, and I've learned this, if you're good at what you do, trust me, they do not care if that name is branded on that tablecloth. But it's not branded with DJ Dutty Laundry. Go buy them this or Instagram this or Facebook this. No, it's just
a logo.
Just a logo.
So you're saying it don't look like the fence at the ballpark?
No, it don't look. No, sir. No.
You ever seen you drive by and it's just words? It's like word salad.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
No.
Yeah, a nice logo. There's nothing wrong with a nice logo. Yeah.
And that way, when I got my lights, it matches everything now. I don't have lights in front, like moving heads in front of the table, moving heads on the table, moving heads on the speakers, behind the speakers.
I see some guys put lights in the floor, up, medium, high. I'm like, what are you doing with all this stuff? But they're proud of it.
I saw the one with a guy, he had and this is not making fun of anybody. Again, we're just talking about lights right now. And he was under a tent. And he had like 8 moving heads under a tent. 8 moving heads plus the gig bar.
Multiple gig bars.
Yeah, it looked like a circus show. Like 8 moving heads. And when you say moving heads, I want you to understand what I'm saying. If you're not a DJ, it's the lights that move and do this and point beams everywhere, put strobes, this, that. And that's another thing. I don't do strobes at all.
No, can't do strobes.
I don't do strobes. I refuse to do strobes. I refuse. I absolutely refuse. Because I don't want anybody to have any kind of, you know what I'm saying, attack, or you never know who's in the audience may have suffer from some kind of seizures or something. I just don't do it.
So what's a helpful tip for the guys that don't understand how to do lights? I mean, what would be the first thing you tell them?
Clean and simple. That's what I learned from you. Clean and simple.
Clean and simple.
Don't overdo it. Yeah, don't overdo it. Clean and simple. Like, I was talking to Bobby one time about cooking, and he said, you don't have to over-season your meat. Now, I'm going to say I over-season my meat. I'm just going to say it. But at the end of the day.
He set me up.
I mean, do you over-season your meat?
I actually do like a lot of seasoning.
With salt and black pepper, Reece?
Hey, little Lowry's, gotta fire it up a little bit. Garlic powder.
When I come in with the meat, I come in with like a handful full of seasoning like this, just laying on the table. That's what I do. You don't do that, do you?
Anyway.
We just went off topic on the meat conversation right there.
Yep.
But back to what I was saying, clean and simple. Clean and simple.
Don't think that just adding a bunch of lights is going to improve your show.
Nah.
Honestly, if you're in the wedding game, clean, elegant, simple is best.
Yeah.
People want to have a good time. They don't want to be blasted with lights in their face.
Clean and simple. Just like the sound. If you're doing a wedding and you're bringing in those, you remember back in the day when you had passive speakers, and you had to bring them huge speakers with the amp racks and everything.
Full of amps.
You don't even do that no more.
No.
You could bring two speakers, man. And I ain't trying to say two speakers on stands or on a tripod or nothing like that. I'm just saying you have a nice, clean look to go with your clean lights. It don't have to cost an arm and a leg.
No.
Just take time, perfect your craft. The same way, if you're going to call yourself a DJ, take time to practice. It ain't just about being able to play the right songs. It's how you play the right songs.
Yes.
When to play the right songs.
What songs go together?
Yeah.
What songs don't? Like, don't mix up your genres too fast. Spread them out a little bit.
Hey, when I first started doing the wedding stuff, this was like 5 years ago, like I said, I had one guy, he said, look, if you're going to do this, you have to have a facade. And if you get a facade, you have to have this gig bar. And if you get this gig bar, then when you play the music, you want to play 3 fast songs, slow song, rock song, country song, 3 fast songs, slow song, rock song, country song, in that order. I swear to God. That's what I was told. What you got to say about that?
Ooh. Well, if you don't have any training, that might have been a good way to start, but you're not going to get very far.
So you're trying to say I was told the wrong thing?
I think so.
Wow. I believe so because I don't do it anymore.
No.
I think I did like 2 events and I was like, this is a mess.
I don't know. It kind of reminds me back in when I used to go to the clubs and when you would watch live bands, they would play a 45-minute set. And then the DJ would play for 15 minutes. The band took a break. They did that 4 times a night. 45 minutes, break, 45 minutes, break, 4 times. They got 4 sets. And it was all so programmed, you pretty much could, I mean, there wasn't no exciting moments or there wasn't any, you're like, okay, they're fixing to take a break. I mean, they didn't hit you with any surprises. Nothing
like that.
Oh, shoot, man, did you hear that? Oh, dude, let's get out there and dance. No, it was just straight. It was kind of boring.
So I understand where you come from. Let me ask you a question.
Cookie cutter, you know what I mean?
So we're talking about the lighting and we're talking about the setups.
Yep.
And right now, the industry standard for speaker setups, and if you're a DJ, you'd understand this. If you're not, then you wouldn't, is the Evolve 50. I believe everybody and their mama owns a pair of Evolve 50s.
They do.
It's industry standard. It's like back in the day with Technique 1200s. If you were a real DJ, not like this era, a real DJ back in the day when I started, you had your 1200 Technique turntables and you had crates of vinyl. And I'm talking about when you went to the club or you went anywhere to play, you had at least minimum 6 crates of vinyl. Each crate had about 40 pieces of vinyl in there. So that's about 240. And then on each vinyl had a song on one side and a song on the other because there were 12.
Yeah, it wasn't like a regular record.
No, it wasn't like a full album. It was like, because on one side, of course, you had the dirty version, the clean version, and the instrumental. And maybe if you were lucky, they'd have an acapella on there. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, and then the other side of the vinyl would have another song, like a B-side. So whenever you heard the terms, oh, that's a B-side record that turned into a hit, you know what I mean? That's where that's coming from. So, but now you can walk in and bring a laptop and a small controller. You maybe even get a guitar center, and now you're a DJ. The admittance into the DJ world right now is so freaking easy, Reece. Anybody can be. You could be a DJ tomorrow if you wanted to with $300.
You could
go to Guitar Center, get you a small controller, get you a nice little Harbinger.
Yep, couple of speakers.
Use your little Dell laptop, and you a DJ. I mean, and as much as real DJs get mad about it, that's just the era we in. Technology's taking over. I'm not saying they're not a good one. Not saying they couldn't be good. You have to start somewhere. By the end of the day, the admittance into the DJ world when I started was not that simple. You actually had to buy turntables. You actually had to buy vinyl. And if you know this game, you understand to get a vinyl was about $5.99 for each. I used to save my money up to go buy records every Thursday. Every single Thursday. That was Records Day for me.
Yep.
So every time I did an event, stack up. Some went to this, some went to that. And back then we weren't charging but like $250, $300. And you hoped you got paid at the end of the night too, by the way. Oh, don't even get me started on the club gigs.
Hey, man, we're a little short on the door tonight, bro. Can you help me out? Yeah. Plus, you had a $200 tab.
Oh, I could call names on this, but I will not. I'm just saying, anybody that's a real DJ understand these situations. The promoter, the club owner, oh, yeah, the bar didn't do that good, man. Oh, the door was in. Dude, the club was packed tonight. What are you talking about?
Well, my friends come and my VIPs, and they didn't, I don't charge them. And, oh, man, I went through that once.
Yeah, so you know about them good old days.
Yeah, well, they used to try to pull that crap when we were playing in the band. They play for the door. Yeah. And I go, what's your normal attendance? And they go, about 600. They go, so how much is that a head? That's $5 a piece. So you're looking at 3,000. We split that, 1,500. Okay. At the end of the night, he rolled up in there with about $400. And, bro, where's like the rest of our money? Oh, well, it's just the way it is. They got in before 8. I had to let my friends in. I can't charge, these guys here. I'm like,
that's real talk, man. I agree with you.
So we went to just, this is $1,000 a show. So it's up to you if you make more.
With that being said, with this generation right now, we know that somebody has to start somewhere. So we know that there are going to be DJs that's going to be cheap. Big deal. Everybody has to start somewhere. But let's just be real here. And I'm just asking you, professional to professional right now. If you're a DJ and you're still ranking the bottom of the table as far as what you charge or whatever, and you're about 4 years in the game, should you even still be doing this? I'm just asking. If 4 years in you're charging like the same thing you were charging when you first started, is that
first I would ask why. Why?
Maybe they got a job and that's just a side hustle for them.
Well, that's okay. You can still make more money.
This is your career. Do you feel a kind of way about that?
I feel like there's like a dark cloud over the DJ industry, and you get the people that are sucked up into it, and they just, I just want to make some gas money. But then you get the people that want to actually treat this as a profession.
Yeah. And they really care about what they do and their craft and how they look and all that good stuff.
I mean, would you want somebody building your house that just kind of does it on the side? Or do you want somebody building your house that's a professional house builder? What about the guy that's operating on your mom? You want him, I just operate part-time. But I'm a professional. I'm a doctor.
And I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because a lot of people look at it like, especially some weddings or whatever, they look at it like, oh, well, the DJ is just an afterthought. We're not really worried about him. But yet, guess what? The DJ is the one that has to MC the whole event. Make sure everything's on time. Stick to the script. Also, make sure they get everybody entertained. Now, I understand they're not like the planner. They're not like the florist. You know what I'm saying? They're judges based on the actual service, actually doing something that people can see. You can see florals and be like, oh, that floral is wilted. Or, oh, my gosh, it looks so pretty. And in about 30, 40 minutes, you don't care about how the florals look. Or you can see or taste how the food tastes. But when you're a DJ and you have to perform at an event, people are there for the experience, how you make them feel when they hear that certain song or when you put them in that mood at that certain time. You know what I mean?
Say that again. How you make them feel.
How you make them feel, man.
Say it one more time for the ones in the back.
It's about the experience, people.
It's not how you say it. It's how you make them feel.
Yeah.
Well, let me rephrase that. It's not what you say. It's how you say it. and it's not what you play, it's how you play it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you will remember how you felt at that moment. You may not know why, what song it was, or any of that stuff, but you will know if you had a good time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And you can always tell when you're having a good time, too, because you see that face when they hit a certain song or when you make a sweet transition and they just go like...
They look back at you.
They give it a look like...
I like it when you're there dancing, all of a sudden you flip a song and they're like...
Yeah, they give it a look.
You're like, what?
Do the look again. Do the look again.
Hey. I mean, they're like, what?
I love the look.
The look.
I aim for the look.
You know, I always look out. If you're DJing and you're looking at your computer, stop. Look out at your crowd. When you make your transitions, you already know what song's coming.
Yeah.
If people turn around like, bro, that was sick.
Yeah, what do you do? Ooh.
Man, you know what? That makes you feel good. You know what you're doing.
Now, check this out. Why are you saying that? Tell the truth now. How do you handle requests? Tell the truth, Reece. Tell the truth.
Tell the truth. If you ask me, well, here's the thing. Some people, it depends on how they approach me. If they just walk up and if they do this, I just like one. Just
with the phone in your face, like,
you know. Sometimes, most of the time, they walk up and they just kind of look at you and they wait for you to acknowledge them. That's the nice thing to do. Some just walk up and start talking, and you could be right in the middle of a mix.
Yeah.
Hey, can you play? Don't do that.
Yeah.
If they say, hey, do you take requests? That's a nice, polite way to do it. I'll be like, well, you know what?
Do you lie?
I don't lie, actually. I go, I do take them. It has to fit what we're doing.
So you don't lie?
What do you do? What kind of song is it?
So you don't tell them stuff like, you ain't got no excuse you say when somebody come ask for a request. Like, you don't do the regular stuff that I guess some DJs do. I don't know. I'm just asking.
First two words out of my mouth are, well, it depends. What kind of song is it?
Depends on what, Reece?
Hey, it depends on what song is it. Hey, give me a song. Let me see what you got.
All right, so let's just say this
and they go,
reception ends at 10 o'clock.
We want to hear some, I don't know, something just off the wall.
Well, I'm giving you an example. The reception ends at 10 o'clock.
Yep.
It's 9:30, and they come to you and say, can we play the theme song from Aladdin? Everybody's going to love it. If you don't play it, you won't be able to sleep tonight.
Oh, man. And I love Aladdin. Actually.
That's not where I wanted to go with this.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing.
You don't love Aladdin, though?
Oh, no. Don't be calling me out. So somebody comes up and requests like a silly song, you know, like you already passed that vibe.
Yeah, you passed it.
Sometimes I'll just tell them, I go, you know, that's kind of like an early in the night song, and we're at the end. So you got something a little more upbeat? Yeah, but they'll love it. I go, well, I know, but this is the way my couple wants me to end the night.
Yeah. On
energy. They don't want a slow song.
So you tell them that.
I'll just tell them.
You don't say like, I don't got it.
I never say I don't got it. Unless I don't got it. But then on my other computer over here, I got Spotify pulled up, so if I had to get something, they'll be like, well, you can just get it right there.
What about if they put a fat 20 in your hand? Are you going to play it?
If it don't fit the vibe, I'm just going to skip it.
$100.
I'm just going to skip it.
$100 in your hand to play the theme song from Aladdin. It's 9:30.
I'll be like, you know what? I will play it when I send everybody out for sparklers.
All right, Reece. All right. Everybody has a price. If somebody offers me $100, Aladdin's getting played. I'm just going to be honest with you, all right? If you hear me play Aladdin at 9:30, I got paid. I'm not even going to lie. I don't know what he's saying right. I'm playing it. $100.
Oh, so you'll sell out for $100?
Yeah, not 20. Not 20. Okay. Not 5. Not 20. Not $2. $100. Play the theme song from Aladdin. Yes, sir. Yes, definitely.
If I show up at your next wedding, let's just say I'm off, I'm going to give you $100 to play it. It'll be the best 100 I ever spent.
Look, I would play the theme song from Jaws for $100, okay?
Dun-it.
I would play the RoboCop song, Eye of the Tiger. I'm telling you, I would play whatever for $100.
Oh, man. That's just too much.
Well, again, this is DJ Dutty Laundry. This is Spin Cycle. Producer Reece, a.k.a. White Hands.
Woo, we're taking it out on the Jaws.
Oh,
team.
yeah. See you later, everybody.
You guys stick around for some more episodes coming soon.